It's not doing anything. Let's see. Try it again. All right. Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Wednesday, April 30th, 2025. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for 1 hour live chat. So if you have something you want to chat with me about or the group about, put it in the comment box. Or I'm going to be sewing on some African strings that I have here. I've been like moving some stuff around, trying to do some sorting, coming across a lot of stuff. And then I had some strings left over from cutting out the blocks for the African shuffle quilt. And so I am starting to work on the border pieces for that. So that's what I'm working on today. And we'll come back to that after I get through the chat. We have Darcy here saying hi, Tea and Quilters. Give Tea her thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Also, check out the Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure when you are subscribing to the Facebook page that you do answer the 4 questions so that you gain admission. Otherwise, you will be denied. We do that because there are a whole lot of spammers coming into the quilting groups trying to sell you products that don't exist, or especially like giving you deals like, I don't want this $5,000 sewing machine and I'll give it to the person who's willing to pay the shipping for it, you know, things like that. So we're trying to watch that. So that's why you have to answer the questions. And when you answer those questions, do not say that a quilt block is a log cabin or a 9-patch, because if you do, you're going to be denied and probably banned. So don't use those. Those are the 2 that come up if somebody is Googling. You can put any quilting term or quilt block. Just don't use those 2 quilt blocks. Sue GSD is here. Says, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. 56 days until our beloved leader opens Teaquilts Retreat 2025. And she says, let the merriment begin. Yeah, they sent me my final bill, well, my next to final, because they'll give me my final bill at retreat if it goes over, and I will go over a little bit because I added 2 people at the end, and so I'll have a final bill at retreat. So this is my next to last payment I'm about to make, so everything is going well there. What do I need to do for a retreat? I need to sign my name on my blocks that are done. I just haven't signed my name on blocks that we're swapping. I also need, let's see. Oh, I got to make t-shirts. So if you're coming to retreat and need a particular shirt, you need to let me know now. I'm going to be doing that in the month of May. There was like 3 things I still had to do, I thought. Oh, I need to follow up with the store owners. I have followed up with one where we're going to end. She's working on, like, there is some place where we can eat. And so we talked about strategically how to get into her shop, because her shop is a smaller shop. So we talked about that a little bit. But she's a shop owner that's been really good to me over the years, and so I just wanted to make sure that we didn't leave her out once we were in Illinois, because I had been shop hopping in just Missouri. So a lot of things are going well. I guess I need to notify the local quilt shops that we're coming. I guess that's the other thing that's on the to-do list. And I might pass that task to somebody else, you know. Deborah Sims Brown is here. Delia Castro Short, D. Branson, said her rent is paid. That means she's hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, do it right now while we're just doing random chatting. You're not going to miss anything. Maddie Barnum is here. Diane McCoy. Jester Creative Space. Kevin the Quilter. Vivian Calvi. Kevin says 300 is the new 200 for pillowcases. Get them in as soon as possible or bring to retreat. Yeah, that's true. If you are planning to do pillowcases and you want them shown or want us to have them at retreat, I don't know the dates. Today is the 30th. Tomorrow's the 1st. That's a Thursday. Friday is the 2nd. So by May 16th, I need to receive them. But if you want me to show them, then I need to get them by May 14th because I'm going to give whatever I collect to Kevin. And then I'm not taking any more pillowcases because I got enough other stuff I got to take. But if you want them seen on the channel, they can still be seen on the channel. They just won't be at retreat in the big bundle of 300 pillowcase, 300 plus pillowcases is what we're going to have, okay? So just keep that in mind. I'll just give you a recap. I don't have any pillowcases to show today. I did go by the post office and I did not have anything in the box. So I got lots of lists, y'all. Okay. Pillowcases are at $235, which is 78% of goal. And if we were looking at the old goal of 200 pillowcases, then we would be at 118%. So we are doing very well with pillowcases. I was going to start contacting people, but I don't want them bugging me early about pillowcases. So I think I'm just going to wait. I got one group that just know that I did something last year. So they contacted me this year at church and asked me, was I doing anything? And I told them yes. So they asked for 20 pillowcases. So I will be setting those up at retreat because they want those in early July. I told them I could not give them anything until July because I want to see what we collect all in one big batch at one time. So I told them they couldn't have it until then. But so they were okay with that. I just need to, when I come back from retreat, that's going to be the first thing I'm doing. I'm actually putting together like a whole care package for them. So I will be adding some additional things to that. So that's for that. I do have people that donated to the Teaquilts 2025 retreat. I'm going to read off names because if I miss somebody, I want you to tell me so that you're not absent on the actual list. And I'm already knowing that I missed somebody because they sent it in later. So let me write that down. That's why I like to read these things so people know. I love my stenographer's book here. For some reason, this didn't get put in the book. I don't know what happened with that. So we have Quilt Easy, Mona Resendez, warm and natural to a certain extent. I'm waiting to see if it comes. Jason Lewis, Gwen Edwards, Ingrid Bowers, Joe Carmel Perkins of Quilts by Carmel, Laura Austin, Leetta Bryant, her name's on here twice, Sue Allen, and Darcy Savali donated something twice, a box twice, because they sent many things. Sean of Go Savvy Designs donated some things. My brother donated surge protectors. Teaquilts has donated a whole lot. Gwen Edwards has donated money for extension cords to help with extension cords. I think she bought one extension cord because I ended up last week I went and got the extension cords taken care of, and then I decided I didn't want the cheaper brands. I wanted to make sure if I'm going to buy extension cords, I wanted to make sure they were indoor and outdoor and that they had a higher power grid because we're going to be plugging in, you know, up to $10,000 sewing machines into these cords, and we're going to have a whole lot of machines, and lights and phones and whatever else is being plugged in, and I wanted to make sure that everything was on the up and up with those extension cords. So I ended up buying a name brand. I bought Husky brand instead of buying Home Depot brand of cords. And then we also have Vivian Calvi, who donated soap. That was the one that never made it to the list. I must not have had my book in here that night. So I think it's 15 people that have donated because some people names are on here twice. Yeah. So thank you all to the Teaquilts donations. If I missed your name, just send me an email, or you can put it into the chat. I have the book right here. I'll just sit it here if you sent something and I didn't put your name on the list, because I will have like a list in the, I don't know, welcome bag, kit, whatever I decide to do. We'll have that for people to know where some of these items have come from. So let's go back. Joy Creations is here. Janet McCarroll. Helena Carter. Clovis Gardner. Zandra Odom. Judy Smith. Suzette Peterkin Denton. And Tinanyu Roberts. Claudette Hall. Celeste is here. Bonita Nance. Remo JS is also reminding you to hit that thumbs up button to show your love and support. So make sure you go over there and do that if you haven't already. Sharon Lewis is here. Dorothy Battle is here, saying her rent is paid. Anita Scott is here. Hello everyone, her rent is paid. I think I need to make Dorothy and Anita moderators. They always in here. Francis Jackson is here. Shelly S5, Holly Duvall, Phyllis G, Francis Jackson, saying hi to Vivian. Deborah says, T, I can't find a silver heated ironing board fabric. Can I use something else for the project? You know, I don't know if I bought that or not, because I think that was one of the things that I couldn't get, that I didn't think Checkers had at the time. And I used to always go get it at Joann's. So I was planning on going to Joann's, but this was before they announced that they were actually like officially closing. So let me see, because I got the Insulbright, and I have Warm and Natural batting. Let's see what else. Let's see if I can find that. Hold on for a second. That's a good question. And thinking of Checkers, I did place the order. I'm going to go over that too. I guess I should bring this back. I did place the order, and I have the Prairie Home books coming in. I read the documentary book list last Saturday, so I'm not going to read that today unless somebody needs me to check their book. Check to see if they're on a list. Let's see. I'm just going to put in ironing board and see if it comes up. It's like a heat reflective silver. At the last time I looked in here, I didn't see it. Let me put in reflective. Just put in reflective. And search for just that word. Nope. Hold on. Okay, so they got it listed different. That's why I couldn't find it before. I want to see what it's looking like. Okay. Cotton fabric with heat reflective coating for pot holders, oven mitt, ironing board covers, and other crafts. So I couldn't find it before. And am I logged in? I'm gonna say, how many yards is this? 20 yards. Add it to cart. And then if I go to cart, yeah, that's that's enough to do the order. And then it was missing something else. They were out of. See if this is in. It says currently out of stock. Last shipment date. Okay, so that one, they're still out of stock. Okay, so I'll order some of that. It looks like, let me see, I didn't even look at the details. It's like right under 200 to order it. But let me look at the details to see what the width is and what the price is. Because I did not look at that. Can I? And then it's going to charge me shipping because it's fabric. That's one of the things I don't like ordering with Checkers, because I have to pay shipping and it's ridiculous. The shipping is very high. Because I feel like you're going to want that, because you're going to use a decorative fabric on the outside and then you're going to have the heat reflective on the inside. So I feel like you do want a heat reflective fabric. Okay. So this is 58 by 58 inches. So that's good, because it's like 99 is like $18 a yard, and then I got to pay shipping. So we'll see how that works out. But at least it's the longer width, and I'll have to see I have to talk to Jennifer, because she's teaching that, and see what the cuts are, because I can make like little kits and then just have what you need for each size in a kit, and then that way you're only buying what you need as well. So I'll order that when I get off of here. If anybody else need me to order something from Checkers, let me know. I ordered the Prairie Home book for, my screen kept going down. I ordered the Prairie Home book, and they're coming tomorrow, so I will be sending out invoices. Ingrid Bowers, or if you want to pay via CashApp or Venmo, you can just send. The books are like $39.99. I'm including shipping. So, and then I'll just do that, so you can pay it that way as well. So I've got Ingrid Bowers, G. Roberts, Veri Kenyenju. She said the end was Jew. Minnie Dula is on both lists for Prairie Home and the Border book. So the Border book is 25 and then 40 is 65. So send 60, because I'm going to give you, well, no, send, because it's going to be double the weight. So go ahead and send 65. I forgot about that, because this book is heavy. 65 for Minnie. Frances Jackson, Darcy Savali, Joanne Lucas, and Dejoy Robinson. Now, I did order 2 extra books, because I know somebody's going to want the book they didn't see Wednesday or Saturday the week before. So I have 2 extra books. That's all I ordered extra. I am about to put in another order. So if you want the Ultimate Finishing Guide Border books, the Ultimate Finishing Guide, which also give you border ideas, or if you are wanting the Prairie Home, because I'm not going to be placing another order for a while now. The only reason I'm ordering now is because we need to have the ironing fabric. Hi, Sheila Willis. See, George reminding you all to hit that thumbs up too. Claudette Bettis is here. Hey, girl, you here on a Wednesday. Hey, hey. I never did go back. Let me go back up in here. I have to go back later. I need to make some of y'all some moderators. Joanne Lucas is here as well. Darcy says I have to go water the grass. I'll be back later. Betsy is here. Says my rent is paid. One more sew row on the cobblestone and I'll be ready to trim. They don't know nothing about that. So Remo says she needs some too. Minnie Dula is here saying her rent is paid. Sandy Agger is here. Deborah Sims Brown says I need time 3. Okay. And I'll make sure you get because it's 20 yards. And like I said, before I order, I'm going to see if I can call Jennifer tonight instead of texting her. She might be listening. And see what the fabric requirements. I think she gave us a supply list, but I want to know what is the actual cut, because you know how sometimes if they give you a supply list, you might only use half the yardage. So I want to make sure that you have exactly what you need. So that's what I'm going to do. Hi, Peggy O'Connor. Michelle the Quilter is here. Saying that retreat is under 60 days. Yes, it's coming up fast now. Zandra, name wasn't on, I missed your name. Okay, I'll put you on here, put you up here at the top. I think what might have happened is like some people may have sent it to the Teaquilts news at yahoo.com. I did not check that one, so I will go back and double check. And then some people were sending it to Teaquilts at teaquilts.com. So I'll make sure that I get everybody on here. So I have one book in stock, and then I am about to place another order. So I will be having it by early next week for sure. It took them longer to order because I placed my order on Sunday, and I thought my order would be here today, but it wasn't here today. They actually shipped it yesterday, so they normally ship the next day. So they must have had a lot of orders over the weekend. And then Delia says, T, I would like the Prairie book. Okay, so you're number 10. And I'm just hoping that I got your email. Delia. Okay, yeah, you can send 40 through Venmo. That's what the book costs, $39.99. And then I'm including the shipping, which is going to be, this book is pretty heavy. I'm just going to estimate it's going to be maybe $8 to mail the book. So that's why I'm not giving like a discount on the book, because I'm actually paying for the shipping. I don't make as much money on paper because paper is heavy to ship, and so it costs more to ship. Elaine Doucette says number 50. What is that? She says hashtag 50. What that mean, Elaine? I don't know what that means. T. Roberts, you send 40 to Teaquilts. And who I currently have down for border books is Celeste, Leetta, and Minnie. Minnie's book is coming tomorrow, but if I'm ordering, I can go ahead and add Peggy. I won't see her anyway until, so I got you down, Peggy. I'll order a book for you. Elaine Doucette's reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Francis Jackson says, T will be in Vegas for 10 days, leaving tomorrow. I'll send my money via Cash App tonight. Do you want me to hold off sending your book, Francis? Because I want to make sure you get it, girl. You're welcome, Peggy. Remo's reminding you all to hit the thumbs up as well. So that was the housekeeping stuff that I had to go over tonight, just letting you all know. And then Kim also ordered a by Annie pattern, and that's on the order that's coming tomorrow too, but I'll wait till I see her at Scrap Club as well. T, are you ordering the portable table lights? I did. When I went in here, one version, the very small one, they were out of. But they have another one that I used. Because I was trying to see if they would get them back in stock, and they haven't gotten them in stock because somebody else want one. I have to see. Let me search for light. And I don't have it in here. It's probably out in my car because I just used them, and I'm gonna be selling raffle tickets on Friday and Saturday, so I left everything in my car. Let's see. What category would a light be? It won't even give me a category. Isn't that crazy? Okay, it's popping up now. My internet right now is running slow. I'm going to say it's a Notions. Yeah, we're going to say it's a Notion. And there was another light. That I ordered. I can't remember the name of it right now. Let me go into my emails and see if I can just search for the word light and see if it comes up in any of my search with checkers, because that would be the quickest way of finding it if it works. I thought I ordered this year. Just looking for an email from Checker. Checker. This is January. I thought I ordered in February. An order in February. This is an ad. That's not an order. Let me put in lamp. Or maybe LED. Let's try that. LED. It was in February because I placed an order after retreat. It's not coming up by that either. I don't see a checker order for that. So let's put in lamp. Search. Okay. Okay. I thought I ordered one in, it was the February order. Come on. Twist to go. Let me see what twist to go is, because I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's it. But that lamp is more expensive. It's the, whoops, and then I lost it. Right here. This is the lamp that Jason had at retreat that I ended up buying later. But I have both of my lamps are out in the car. And the reason this lamp is you can twist the angle, whereas the other one, it just opens up. I don't know. If you have something that's closed, this top end will flip up. This other light, it flips up, but then you can also rotate this to put the thing where you want it to go. This lamp costs more. This lamp is, and they don't have a whole lot of these in stock either. They got 9 left. It's it retails at $161, but I can give you a discount on it, especially if you pick up at retreat. And then they do tell you a minimum price of not to sell it less than. We're not going to do that. And it's from the Daylight Company, and that's why it costs more. It's from the Daylight Company. But it retails for $162. I did buy that. And then the other lamp, that's called the Twist and Go. I'm just going to put one in the cart for right now, just so I don't lose it. And the other one is I just want to give you a price difference because they don't have it in stock. I've been waiting on them to get it back in stock. It's the Go Smart lamp, and I'm going to make it bigger. It's, okay, why are you not showing? It's not showing the whole lamp. You're going to have to just take it like this. It has a smaller base, so when it sits on your table, it doesn't take up as much space as the other one. The other one probably takes up twice as much space as this, and I'll say this is probably about 3 inches, 4 inches max. The other one might be a 4 by 6, something like that. I don't know, because I don't have it right here with me. This lamp was cheaper. It retails for $63, but they're currently out of stock. But it just comes straight up and it doesn't twist. So wherever the light is, that's where it is. The other one, you can kind of angle the light exactly where you want. However, you know, I've been trying to look to see if they come back in stock. I don't see when they're coming back. I've ordered this light 4 times. I've ordered the other light twice. What else? Trying to see if they had another one. Nope, because I just put Smart Go lamp. So let me put lamp back in and see if there's anything else. Now, I can't vouch for the other ones. Smart Go lamp. They've got, I wonder if this is Daylight. Twist 2 portable. From the Daylight Company, there's a Twist 2 portable that retails at $100. Says list price is $120 and do not advertise it for less than $100. And it's very similar to the other one, but I don't know if it twists. The base might twist, but I don't know if the actual light itself twists. Very similar, but I don't think that top twists. So that one is called, let me go back. The Twist portable lamp. I'll just temporarily pop that in my cart. I'll be taking them out when I get there. I'm just trying not to lose them. I'll pop one of the ones that are out of stock in my cart just so I don't lose it. And I like them because they are decent size if you're traveling with it. So yeah, that's what is currently there. They don't have the little small smart lamp. Thank you, Zandra. She says her payment is already sent. So Francis want me to ship hers after May 11th. I need to put that in all caps, girl, because I'll just be going down the list. Because I want to make sure you get your stuff. Because, honey, I know how these people are on these. They see your stuff sitting. They act like it belonged to them. And T says, Art Light makes one. But I didn't see it. And I just see the Daylight Company. And I'm wondering, is that Art? I don't know. Let's see. Let me just put in Art. Okay. I put in Art. Searched. And it doesn't have the, well, they've got a LED Revive table lamp. It's like, it's a one you'd have at your desk. I got 3 different things. One is for your desk and one is a floor. 2 is for your desk and 1 is for a floor. And they are going to be $200 for one, the other 2, and the other one is over $260. So yeah, that's not what we're looking for either. So yeah, it's a lot. Okay. So Melissa LePage is here. I mailed your package, and hopefully you get it in the next day or 2. Willa May is here. Welcome to the chat. You made a chat, girl. Lana Dean purchased the Husky work table and got rid of old cutting table from Joann's. Yes. Sharon Lewis. Okay, let me email you regarding which table lamp I would be interested in. Okay. Francis says, did you check the Daylight website? This is from the Daylight Company, and I'm looking at it from a retailer's perspective, so I would say yes in a way. Because I'm not going to be able to get it from them at that, and then I definitely can't give you a discount off their site. Hi Ingrid, welcome to the chat. I was just letting everybody know that your Prairie Home book is here, so I'll be sending off. I don't know how you want to pay. If you want to pay Cash App or Venmo, you can go ahead and send $40, and then when they come tomorrow, I'll be getting those things into the mail that are paid. Smart Gold, yes, I got that one, Betsy. That's the one that's out of stock. I was trying to find some other options. Oh, Zandra, thank you. Appreciate that. Sharon Lewis says, I have an odd table lamp, but I would like a cordless type. Right, and that's the other thing. This is a rechargeable USB-C lamp. It's different, so you don't have to have the cord hanging all the time, and then you can actually pick your light up and use it. So if you drop something on the floor, you're not trying to deal with a cord. You can pick your light up and go fish for whatever it is you dropped on the floor, because most places, most retreat centers have very dark carpet if they have carpet, and it's very hard to see stuff you drop on it. So Vanessa Brown is here. Be seeing you, as Sue said, in less than 60 days, girl. And Darcy's reminding people that we need more thumbs up. So I think that's it. I don't think I have any other questions. I am working. I have, what have I been doing this week since we last met Saturday? I told y'all on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Sunday, we actually went out for my niece's birthday. That was fun. The food was good. And then Monday and Tuesday, I have been trying to get this gammal to stitch without shaking. So I have replaced the X wire, the Y cable, and it's still shaking. And then now that I've done all of this hard work, been doing this for 2 days, today, I think I've taken it all apart. Okay, so it's all apart. And I think I might have something in my wheels, like maybe when I was cleaning stuff out, something got wrapped up in my wheels on my tracking system, and I think that might be what's causing my problem. So I am going to have to figure that out. So I think I'm going to have to take everything apart, including the Gamma long arm, which I'm sure my husband's going to be really thrilled because I'm going to have him help me. Because I need to check every last wheel on this machine to see if it's got crud in it. And to think about this, I've had my machine for 10 years. And so if those tracking things have gotten any threads and stuff like that, that's pretty good for 10 years. But I think that's what my problem is now that I've like bugged Quilt Easy and everything. I think that's probably what my problem is that my wheels are got some thread in them by accident. Sue says, how many people coming from the East Coast? I don't know who she's talking to, Ingrid. I don't know what they're talking about. How everyone who said hi to me, that's Darcy. Is that applique? It's what applique? This is piecing from the Dresden Village. Hi, Joy Sterling. Welcome. And then Lana says, what is the price for the other lamps? I think I went through them and gave them out, so I don't have them right now. One lamp. Oh, hold on. Did I close it? Yes, I did. But it should be in a cart. It should hold my cart. Okay. The Smart Go lamp, which these are not going to be the right prices. I think it's $62. The Twist and Go. I'm going to have to go back. Manufactured at $135. That's the one where the top twist. And then the one that doesn't have the top twisting, it says Twist 2, but it says Twist 2 portable lamp. And it turns. It does turn. This Twist 2 portable lamp turns just like the other one, but it retails at $100 instead of $135. It says it twists. It's got a picture right here, but I don't know if it'll show up. Hold on. See this picture here? It's got it twisted. See the light is twisted at an angle? And this is the light straight. Right here. Right here it's straight. I don't know how I'm supposed to get out of the... And then this one is twisted to the side. So that one will. And then, like I said, if you're at Retreat, most definitely I can give you a discount because it won't be shipped. Okay. So it does twist. Isn't that piecing gorgeous? So what I have done is I have taken strings and stuff because as I've been moving stuff, I went and got pieces that I knew would be at least 6 inches, 6.5 inches long because I want these to be 6-inch finished borders. And so I cut about 7 inches. If they would give me 1 or 2 pieces, that's what I did. So I just start sewing pieces. And then once I got these pieces sewed, I went ahead and just start trimming these at 6.5. So now I'm going to be sewing to make sure that these all line up straight. So I've done that to all of these different sets and squared up the ends, top and bottoms. So they're 6 inches wide and everything is square. So I got 28 of them here. I just messed up my stack. I got 28 of them here. And I got 28 up here as well. So I'm going to sew these together. I don't know right now if I got enough to put a border on the outside of to make a quilt 96 square inches or not. But if I don't have enough, what I'll do is each side, I'll fill in a corner. I'll fill in the corner with another print. So it'll be filled in anyway. So all I'm doing is just sewing these pieces together. I already started because I got tired of mucking with the machine. So I came in here and started sewing these pieces together. So now we're going to continue sewing them together and make one long strip. And I'm just making sure that everything is lined up because I already got these cut into my border widths. So I got a lot of big pieces. Like I had some big pieces that were wide. So I'm going to try to see if there's anything I can put smaller with them. So they're not all big. And if not, that's fine too. Because they're going to be going in this quilt. No matter what. So I'm just sewing my string border together at this point. I want to see if there's any other small ones. Yes, here's some. So we just want to mix up big and small pieces. Doesn't matter the directions because I don't care. I'm trying to make a quilt 96 inches square for a queen bed. I'm sorry, a queen bed. So that's kind of how I do my string. Sometimes I'll stop sewing. I stop sewing everything together and square up smaller chunks so I don't have one long big border that I'm trying to square up, especially if you made like 7 inches wide and trying to square up to 6.5, and then when you fold it, it goes crooked. So this prevents that going crooked when you have a lot of strings if you don't want to add a couple inches extra, because that's what you really need, is to add a couple inches extra. But I'm trying to use everything I got here, so I'm trying to make sure I don't have the same fabric in it going right next to it. That's all. And I got a tray. I had a tray back up here that I had all of my pieces in. Whoops. So these are all of my pieces that I've been pulling from this tray. And then I got some extra half square triangles in here that has nothing to do with this. It has to do with the next online scrap club project. I wanted to make sure it worked before I give somebody a project. So it works. So I'm ready to, I'll be sending that out. So tomorrow, scrap club via Zoom. You'll be getting hopefully an email from me. I got a lot to do tomorrow. What I forgot to do today was take my other payment in. It's not due till March 25th, but I be trying to get stuff done early and forgot. So I'll get that to the post office tomorrow. It's not due till May 25th, so it's got plenty of time to get there if I mail it. I just like to get all bills paid. So yeah, just all kinds of different sizes. This is 2 pieces over here. This is 2 pieces right here. So sometimes I sewed 6 pieces together. Sometimes it was 2. Other times it was 3. It was just whatever I had that kind of was the same size. I sewed them together so that when I trimmed them, I didn't have a whole lot of excess pieces hanging over. So I sewed like sizes together. And then I was able to square them up, and then I could save some of my, some of my piecing. Because I don't like to throw anything away when it comes to my African fabric. I love it all. Right here gets one. I guess I should cut my iron on. I don't know if I got water in there or not. These should have starch in them because they were left over from cutting kits, so they should be okay. They feel like they're okay. I don't see any wrinkles. See, like this one has 3. Trying to figure out which way I want to put that one. All right. So, like I said, I think I started with 28 pieces in each stack. And some of them, like I said, I may have had a strip long enough to cut 2. So what I did was I put 1 in this stack and 1 in the other stack. So that way they'll be on the opposite sides of the quilt, hopefully. You know, we'll see how this works. Because like I said, I haven't measured. I just started sewing what I have. And when I sewed this much, then I just stopped. So I don't even know if I have enough. Let's see. Oh, so they're driving. Okay. That's what Sue was asking. Our friend in Massachusetts, it's flying. Yes, more room for shopping. Whoops. Hi, Mona did what? Welcome to the chat. Miss T, have you ever washed your African fabric? Yes, I have. But the first wash I did, it still was stiff. Now, I haven't used one enough to wash it. Some people, when I see the fabric manufacturer things, it says 3 to 4 times for it to soften. But, yeah, and I haven't had issues with color or anything like that. Now, when I wash a quilt for the first time, I do automatically just put color catcher sheets in it. That's any quilt that I wash the first time. And then after that, I tend not to worry about it as much. But if your color catcher sheet comes out of color instead of just gray, then I would probably put another one in there, wash it again, and put another sheet in there. But I haven't had any problem. And Miss Vivian's in the chat. She wears African clothing all the time. How do you launder your African clothing, Miss Vivian, if you're still here? Can you help us with that? Just putting that because it's bigger, so it's on the bottom. I see Miss Vivian saying hi to Lana, so maybe she's here. She can help us with how she launders her clothes. Do you just wash them in? I wash everything in cold water, though. Remember that. And I use half the amount of detergent that they recommend. I don't use the full amount of detergent that they recommend. Like, if I have whatever a load is, I use half the amount for a load. I do that with all my quilts, though. That way I don't have to go out and buy quilt soap. I just use half of what's required. If it's dingy, I will put some OxyClean in the water and let it soak for 15 minutes. And that helps too if it's like dirty. But as far as putting full laundry detergent, I do not. I do half of what they require, but I will soak in a whole cup of OxyClean. I haven't had any issues with that. Whoops, wrong side. I don't know what Miss Vivian is saying. Miss Vivian, how do you launder your African clothing? Because she wears head wraps and outfits. See you on the road, Ingrid. 2 of us are driving from Washington, D.C. and Maryland. That's from Sharon. Remo says, I use clear cheer for all my quilts. No fading. I guess Miss Vivian can't hear today. She ignoring me today. And then every once in a while, I wouldn't cut off the total selvage so that you could, every now and then, you can see that the quilt that is African Ankaras. Like right here, I've got VIP on one. This is a selvage, this right here. I thought that was just really pretty, so I left it in there. Here's another one that was really wide. I left it on because it was really wide, and I go, it might be able to read that one when it's sewn. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, so I just keep what I want. So I've got a small piece over here, so we'll put the big side on the other side of the small piece. And I need to press the one that's on here. Because I think we should have 14, so that's an even number. I'm going to need it the next time. We'll have 7. But right now, we need this because we should have 14 sets. See, these were the last ones left, so I got quite a few big ones. So I'm going to find something that's small to put on the other side. Like this. To put on one side anyway. I have to look at these fabrics to see what's the right and wrong side. Because I don't want my seams in the wrong direction. I have a feeling before it's all over, I'll be ripping something. So Vivian washes with warm water with dish soap. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I was trying to get some help from somebody that wears African clothing a lot. So thank you. I want one that doesn't have selvage information because this one does. Just trying to spread them out because I don't have that many of them. I had a lot in mine, and then I decided I wasn't going to do a lot in this one. Now, let's see what we got here. This one here can go up there. Just want to mix some of the bigger cuts of prints with some of the smaller pieces. Darcy says that border is going to be gorgeous. I hope so. I really, really do. I hope so. And I've got repeat fabrics because, like I said, I was just trying to use what I have. So all I'm doing is trying to just space them out so that they're not touching each other. That's all I care about. This one can go... Well, that's the same fabric, so let's get a different piece. Them two can go together. Just trying to mix up the fabrics, that's all. I'm sad I can't show y'all we have a documentary block. Not the one that's in the quilt. I could care less about that one. But we have one that's going to be framed. And I really like it. I'm like, I want to make it again just so I have it. I'm thinking we're going to get it back, I hope. But I want to make another one to make sure I have one. But I'm hoping that she said we're going to get it back. Unless you sell it. Because you could sell it if somebody wants to buy it. At the documentary, you could sell it. So. Sharon's looking forward to retreat. Yes. One. Should have 7 of these now, so I just need 6 since I'm doing them in pairs. See, and then squaring them up, and then as I'm adding them, getting them longer, it's keeping everything nice and straight. Although my ceiling fan is trying to blow it unstraight, but they're straight. Because I squared all my little subunits up after I sewed so many pieces together. This one here. And I found my pad. It was packed up in some stuff where I had taken it to Scrap Club. I went and got my iron board, my iron pad that has the pillowcase on it. Because I'm like, I don't know what was on my iron on Saturday, but we can't have that. Went and got my iron pad out the car. Because I still got the rest of my stuff in the car because I'm going to be using it Friday and Saturday, so I just left it there. All right, so just some of my panels. They so pretty. So you can see here, this fabric is the same fabric, but it's different sizes based on where I got the scrap from. And that's okay. I'll just put another piece in between. Just to let you see some of mine. You saw this one. And then this is a real long one. So we've got really big ones, and then there's a lot of small ones. And the bigger ones on the outer, like these two are big, these are big, but small and small. So I've been just trying to mix them up so that I had a mixture of large and small pieces going together. So, yay. And then I just line everything up because I squared it up just like sewing 2 pieces of regular fabric together. And I don't have to worry about it. My border is going to end up straight. Enough. Straight enough. Oops. Let me get that. I mean, it's 8:02. Good Lord. This hour go fast, don't it? Goodness gracious. Y'all ain't said a word either. Y'all like, let her sew. Let her sew. I'll finish this one side. We should have 4 pieces now. So I'll take these two off on the end, press those, and sew them together. Yeah, we got 4 pieces. How big is the documentary block? I don't know if I'm even supposed to talk about that one. So I'll just decline to answer that one, Betsy. And it doesn't really matter what size that block is because it's going to be whatever size they decide to frame it up as. So I'm hoping that I don't lose a good chunk of what I made, depending on what size they decide to frame them at. Because that wasn't really clear. So that's 2 I can sew together. So I'll have whatever size this is, I'll have 2 of them approximately the same size because there's no way you can make string borders be the same size by just randomly sewing. There's just no way. So whatever I have, it's going to be, say, the left side and the bottom, and then the other side is going to be the right side and the top. And then whatever I need to fill in, I'll just use an African print if I need to. Ideally, I would like to have 84.5 inches, 4 of them. But if I don't and I'm short, I know what to do. Okay. This one goes to this. Open this one up. Ingrid says she hasn't sewn her signature blocks yet, but I do have fabric picked out and ready. Sometimes it takes me longer than the sewing, laughing out loud. Kevin talking to Sharon, talking about looking forward to cake and dropping it like it's hot at retreat, laughing out loud. Sorry, Sharon, couldn't resist. Sharon says she looking forward to cake. I bet that's what she said. Watch. This has, do I have a small piece on the bottom? Yes, because I'm trying to make sure that my ends don't have a small piece if I can help it. Just because I know that's might, it's at the edge of something. Not that it matters, because if it ends up that way, that's just how it ends up. But I can try to start it one way. And if it gets cut where it has to be cut, that's just where it's going to get cut. All right. We're almost finished. I just got these 2 pieces, the one in my hand and the one on the machine. Let's see. I have a lot of pieces here and this here. So it might work out where I have big pieces on both ends. And where it cuts in the middle is just where it be. So one side will be big. Yay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this thread because we're done sewing. And I'm going to press these 2 seams. And I don't have a tape measure long enough in this room to measure it. All my long ones are at my long arm. And So it's pretty big. Probably not, it's bigger than a side, so that's exactly, I'm gonna make it so that it fits 2 edges and fill in the corners. I'm folding it on the wrong side. Or, you know the last seam I just sewed? I sewed it to the wrong side. So we got to fix that. I was so happy to be done. Oh my goodness. Here we go again. I had to rip on Saturday. I'm ripping on Wednesday. Last seam. I'm like, I'm folding this in half wrong sides. It's like, nope, you sewed it wrong. So make this correction because I hate to come back to a mistake. I'm gonna get it done. I thought I had it. I did not look at all. I just put it together, y'all. I was so happy to sew it. Thank you, everybody, saying those are some beautiful pieces, blocks. Very pretty, beautiful. Did someone say cake? Sue, go away. Hot mess. It take me longer to clip this than to put it in here. That's for sure. I don't want to rip this one. Y'all know I rip stuff out. Sometimes I'll just pull it. I don't want to pull this. Then I have to cut a 1/4 inch. I could have cut a 1/4 inch off each one, but it's out now. All right. These two go together, but turn them right sides together before you sew, ma'am. And get out any threads on this other one. Okay, we're almost done. I don't like to leave and have a correction. We don't like that. Okay, so let's put this down. All right. All right, all right. All right, all right. Okay. And I'm gonna now check my whole thing because I don't want to get to the, I did it again somewhere else. That's why I'm checking now, because I don't want to get to finishing my quilt and then notice that I've got the seams wrong. So I sewed the wrong to the right side right here. Is it right here? This is the wrong side. No, this is the right side and this is the wrong side. So I still did it. I did it twice. Gotta be careful. Oh my goodness. Let me get the seam ripper instead of that. Use a real ripper this time. Maybe it'll go a little faster. I gotta get it started though. Okay. Let's see if I can slip this in here. It got stuck because of all the threads in there. We're almost at the end. All right. Did it twice. The last two seams, guys. I was in such a rush, was not paying attention. All right. This right here is the right side. Let me get this out first. I love this fabric with the candy stripe border, candy cane stripe. It's not coming out of here easy. Okay. Ridiculous at this point. Okay. Right sides together, girl. Don't do it again. Last two seams. I was so happy to go. I was so happy I was going to be done anyway, not necessarily go. And then there's one other thing that I do, that's why I didn't cut my machine off, is I'll take one side and stay stitch around so that that's going to be on the outside edge of my quilt. So instead of me having my whole 96 square inch quilt top trying to stay stitch around the outside edge so that none of my seams come apart, I do it now. And I don't care which side gets stay stitched, but that's going to be on the outside edge of my quilt. So I just stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. So I don't have to worry about my pieces coming apart. And then this will be covered by the binding. Okay. Don't have to worry about anything coming apart when I get to that long arm. Oh, one other thing that I did today too was that I took the Viking Rose to the shop. So he says that they should hopefully have it in 2 weeks. Hopefully. So hopefully that'll all work out. So I have another machine. I stitched on it. It was really good. My concern was that it's calibrated. I didn't realize that the Viking Rose, he had to teach me something today, that it self-calibrates when you cut it on and pick the stitch. It automatically dials in the tension. Well, the tension is very high, and I felt like it was too high, and I was trying to move it, but I couldn't move it. Well, the reason why I couldn't move it is because the machine moves it. But he did tell me, he said, this is calibrated way too high. It's sitting at like 8. And so then he says it should be sewing like at 3 on a regular straight stitch. So that's the problem. But it does stitch good. But what I had to do to compensate was I had to increase my presser foot pressure in order to get it to stitch a perfect stitch, and I don't want to be stitching at that level, and then if you all of a sudden stitch something thick, you're gonna have to make adjustments. So I'm like, let me just take this to the shop, and this is way more than 2 yards. I'm gonna just guess and say it's like 3 yards because this is a yard, so that's 2. So it might be almost, so I'm going to say this is almost like 3.5 yards. And so I'll have that approximate twice. So I might have enough. We'll see. It's about 3.5 yards. So I'll sew these. I got another 28 over there. So I will sew those. So I'm just like getting certain parts done. It'll be ready when I get to the border. I can put it up there too. So I know where it's at. And then these are here waiting for me to sew the next time I sew. I am done. Mona says beautiful cake, like Ingrid talking about cake. I like cake. Y'all gonna be really upset about cake this time. My brother says good night, everyone. Stay safe still. T, is the Zoom group meeting on Mother's Day the second Sunday? Okay, so we might need to switch that one if it's Mother's Day. I haven't looked at the calendar. So they're all set for second Sunday, 3 to 5. And last time we had something, it fell on like some kind of celebratory holiday. I just went late. But my family normally meets at 3. Dorsey's reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button. So, and thank you, Sharon, for that reminder. I'll try to look and see what I can do about that. First Saturday is this week, so that's kind of too soon. First Sunday. So it may have to be the 3rd. I don't know. We'll have to see. Clovis is saying, what size are the borders? They are going to be 6-inch finished. Carissa talking about, I want some cake. You got to come to retreat. And Kevin up here talking about place your personal cake order with Miss T by Retreat. She'll be selling individual cakes for each order. Only $199.99 per cake. Order today. Y'all so crazy. And Sue gonna go in there talking about it's worth it, Kevin. Oh my goodness. It's so funny because I had nothing but bundt cakes at my niece's birthday party, and it was I told y'all I have texture issues, and whereas I like my cake to be moist, I don't want it to clamp in my mouth and like stick to the root of my mouth. And that's what that cake did to me. It was a very moist cake. Tastes very good, but I couldn't eat a lot of it because it was too wettish, and I don't know what they put in. And most times when that happens, they put like fluffed egg whites into the cake, and I don't like that. But the cake itself was really good. I only had a couple bites because it was sticking to the roof of my mouth. I'm like, I can't. And Kevin talking about, Darcy and Kevin up, and Darcy got asking Kevin what kind, and night talking about, I'm just kidding, Darcy. Miss T gonna kill me. He know what he doing. Good night, C Joy Creations. Hold on. I never did go back. Okay. A lot of people saying good night. And Melissa up there talking about pound cake, pound cake, pound cake. Yeah, it's weird. It's a lemon pound cake, and then I put caramel icing on it. That's not a can of boiled carnation milk, okay? It's real caramel. And Claudette saying that's a great idea. I'm thinking she was talking about when I stitched the edges down. And Francis says third Sunday is good for me. Mother's Day is May 11th. And then Bonita says bye, everybody. All right, so that's going to be it. I did get one side of my border done, so that's an accomplishment, along with getting a lot of housekeeping stuff done. We here almost a half hour extra because of the ripping. But we got everything done, and I show you all in person how I actually like get to my border units. I didn't show like the raw strips, but I explained how I actually piece my piano keys and don't have to worry about trying to keep one long piece straight. I do it in small chunks, and then I make those chunks little mini blocks that I tend to just sew together, and they can be random sizes because I'm going to be mixing them with everything else. So hopefully somebody that wants the piece of piano keys and you've been struggling with trimming it up after the fact, you can see different ways of tackling it, not trying to square the whole thing up. I'm done. I don't have to square that up now. It's already squared up in smaller sections, so I don't have to be concerned about a bend or a fold or anything like that. That's going to be it. Again, I'm hoping tomorrow that I can get out the information for the project. I saw it recently and thought, oh, that'd be good for Scrap Club project. So I did a couple of test blocks just to make sure that the video was okay. The video that I'm going to link you to is really good. So everything's going to be fine. So I haven't done a whole lot. I just did, how many is that? 1, 2, 3. I did 6 blocks. So I just stopped because I ain't got time to work on that. But I wanted to make sure that the technique was good. So I will be sending that information out tomorrow. So you all, because I can't even remember. I need to go back and read my own emails that I sent and see if I'm even supposed to be sending a project for the month of May, or am I supposed to be teaching Exploding Star? I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. But that's going to be it, guys. I will see you all later. You all stay blessed. Be safe, everyone, and quilt out. See you Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 2-hour live sew and chat. Bye.